The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, you're invited.
Shalom, my brothers and sisters. We are here once again today on G.O.C.C. Media on Tuesday nights. It's your brother and elder Rawchaa from G.O.C.C. Houston. Okay, we are the gathering of Christ Church, and guess what? Today, we're gonna have something special for you. So just stay tuned for that. How are you all doing out there today? Hopefully fine. Make sure that you understand, subscribe to G.O.C.C. Media, and don't forget to look out for Bishop G.O.C.C show on Thursdays, Elder Rawchaa G.O.C.C. Media on Fridays, Elder Rawchaa Patreon on Fridays, and his Wednesday night show on A Gathering 144. And don't forget to enter the Hebrew and Bible Academy, which takes place on Sundays. You don't even have to be a part of our church to do it. It's $50 a month, and you're going to learn more than you've ever learned. Listen, in your entire life, and that's hands down. Okay, so you understand. There's a lot of things going on right now. There's this so-called shooting that happened, but there's some things out there on the internet, and I personally don't know anything about it. I just recently saw it, so we have to be careful when we speak about these things. So allegedly, they're saying that one of these officers, there's an actual video out saying that, this brother who had actually been, I guess, had passed away from this incident involving these police officers, that he knew one of these officers' allegedly ex-girlfriend, or whatever the case may be, ex-woman. In the world, they do things different. So, and that he was dating her, or whatever the case may be, and that it is possibly that possibly had something to do with it.
Demetrius Haley, baby mama works at FedEx. Tyree was allegedly with his baby mama. And he took a picture after they did that and sent it to her. That's why y'all saw officer taking the picture. His baby mama works at FedEx. Tyree works at FedEx. Here it goes. This officer right here, baby mama works at FedEx. He took a picture of the man off. He did this because that man was a legend.
We don't assume over here. I'm just putting it out there that be careful and stay focused on Christ, because the devil is always trying to bring up something and stir up something before the Passover. Also, make sure that we are all staying in the focus of Christ, that we are forgiving one another, because this is what we've learned year after year. The devil is always trying to stir something up and get us frustrated before the Passover. And we don't want to be caught as just sitting ducks. You understand? We don't want to be caught as sitting ducks. So be very careful, because the hunter is trying to hunt us and make us one of his prey. Okay, because he is a predator. The scriptures tell us that he's like a lion walking around seeking whom he may devour, right? So there's been a lot of things going on. You understand that I've personally been doing. We have a lot of new things coming. So like I told you guys, stay tuned. We finally got an interview with a special guest, and you're going to see very soon. You know, we're going to be showing some actual farming and planting things more often. My children are actually going to be, you know, dropping a video on their page, if they haven't already done it, about, you know, how to plant a seed. It's just for children. They're going to continue to be dropping the biblical cartoons. That just takes a while. But as time progresses, they're going to have more and more and more. So make sure you subscribe to Lions Kids, okay? And if you can't find it right away because they have a new page, you can just type in something like Lions Kids Family Fun or something like that. Make sure you subscribe to our bodybuilding page. Okay, that's a page where we just show, you understand, different talents, different DIYs or how-tos and things like that, and just you know, just building the body of Christ. The same thing we're doing here on G.O.C.C Media. Now, this person who we're going to bring on is a part of the G.O.C.C network, and they're probably going to be having, if it be the Most High's will, a table at the Passover again, as they did, I think, last year. And we're not gonna say what they have just yet. We're gonna show you in the interview, okay? And they are actually a part of the Houston body in the Gathering Christ Church, okay? And they're good brothers and sisters. Outside of that, it's been raining like crazy with this man-made weather. Oh my goodness! Every time I try to finish my road, it's just like, man, what is going on here? I'm just trying to finish my road, but you know what? In this walk, you have to have a lot of patience on every level. You have to add more patience unto more patience. So the fruits of the Spirit is something that, that we must continue to remember to do. I know a lot of you are just now learning that we have a G.O.C.C media on Tuesday night. So if you're new, just make sure you subscribe, you like, you share it, because we have a lot of great topics, not only on Tuesdays, but throughout the whole week with the rest of the elders. And you guys want to stay tuned, because there's nothing to stay tuned with in the world, really. I mean, people ask me about sports all the time. My dad asked me about who did I think was going to win. I'm going to be honest with you. It's nothing wrong with sports at all. But I've been gone so long, my mind is not even knowing who's who or what's what. And I play basketball, but I can really care less, to be honest with you, about now. But if that makes your time go by, so be it. Where there's no law, there's no sin. So I personally don't know, though. I'm staying focused on Christ. Now, there's been some news out there showing that allegedly that, you know, the people who are staying in our land, Israel, that something happened overseas with, let's say, the Medes with Iran, huh? So, and this is just for educational purposes only. It's just fair use what I'm speaking. We don't have any proof, but basically it's rumors of wars is what Christ is saying in Matthew 24. So, but we're really looking at when Iran actually does their part. That's really the main thing that we're looking at. So let us stay focused, because Christ said that you're going to hear wars and rumors of wars, but the end is not yet. So let us stay focused. We have the Passover coming up. We are learning so much about this new show called The Last of Us, and there's a lot more information coming out about how they have these black lights, about this 5G, about the magnetic thing, how they can actually control this so-called thing or being in what they put this Hydra Vulgaris thing. So I don't really want to go too deep into that, but that show, if you haven't watched it, is dropping it. So I think I watched, I think part 2 of the season, but it's just very interesting. Going back and looking at some of the research, and it's just like, boy, are they dropping it. So next week, man, we're going to be possibly going into some farming, and then I have a interview with a person who does music, and we have some interesting things there that's going to be coming out, right? So don't forget to check out lionborntees.com. Okay, don't forget to check out KIIY supplements.com. We actually have our own supplements. You understand, it's not a part of the Gathering Christ Church itself. It's my own personal business there, but we actually have been helping a lot of people. So if you want to support that, go to KIIY supplements.com. But it is not a part of the Gathering Christ Church. I have to put that out there because sometimes people, when they see personal businesses, they just include everything, and it's like, no, you have to be careful with that. There's liabilities and things that come with it. So don't think that everything you see from a church member is a part of the church. Like, it's all embodied, but we still have to have fine lines with that. Okay, so our people are so zealous, they forget business mind and different worlds and also in different worlds, and how there's many different variables. Okay, so we have to start to learn to be a little bit more professional, not contacting, when you're dealing with, like, for example, my site saying, hey, Elder, this is not the place when you go to keysupplements.com to say, hey, Elder. No, don't do that, please. Out of respect of me, out of respect of the Most High, and learning to be a kingdom, we have to learn to be professional. You go into a job just looking any way you want to, or speaking any way you want to, or filling the application out. I'm just going to put this. No, you can't. So with the Most High's kingdom, why do we think that we're going to just be able to come in here and just do anything? We haven't made it. We haven't came that far yet. I'm sorry to tell you. We have a lot of work to do in our own households. Speaking of households, that's why in this interview today, I am very excited, because this is what we call working on your household, getting your house in order, making sure the husband and wife agree, making sure that the children are listening to the parents, making sure that they're all working together on their ministry. This is very, very, very important. We focus so much on the last lesson I said, you strain at a gnat, but you are swallowing a camel daily. Meaning you're focusing on all of these small things that we cannot control. But every day, the Most High is having grace on you for the unknown that you don't even know that you deal with every day. It's impossible to get every single thing right in captivity. We're supposed to just be working towards it as best as we can. Christ knows we're not going to get every little thing perfect. He told us in Revelations 2:9 and 3:9, I know thy works. I know thy tribulation. I know thy poverty. Right? But that, he knows that we go through all of these things, but don't we know it? But we don't treat each other like we do. So that's why we have to bring that lesson out there, to help our people to not be stagnant. Okay? Make sure you guys order the new calendar that we have on the church website. Make sure you go and get that. Okay, it's a beautiful calendar, and you can keep up with the correct times and dates of the Most High. Okay? So, like I said, we're going to be showing some more things that we're doing on the homestead, and just to continue to prepare our people for the times to come. There's this thing out there right now where they're saying there's some type of bird flu or something out there, but they hadn't really put the news out like here. You just have to pretty much be in the farming network to see that the chicken, well, you can just go to the grocery stores yourself. The chicken price is just rising. The egg price is rising. So is it not a great time? I'm seeing Humble Servants Homestead making some posts. Is this not a better time to get you some livestock and some chickens? Because things are going up like crazy. I praise the Most High. My chickens are laying, it's like you're going to have some protections just for your chickens, coming forward. So yes, we will be showing a few things, not only for my homestead, but other people's situations, and constantly doing more and more interviews, bringing this thing, just all around as we're supposed to. So I want you guys to make sure that you are staying tuned. Don't forget to press the like button and support the work in every way that you can, because we cannot do it without you. And I just hope you guys enjoy this interview today, and just make sure that you continue to support G.O.C.C. Media. Like, subscribe, leave your comments so that we can get others to come here also, and just to show support and help the church continue to grow. All right, everybody, how are you guys doing today? It's Elder Rawchaa once again on Tuesday night. Today with G.O.C.C. Media, we have a guest, and I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves for you. I told you guys we're going to be bringing some more guests on. I know it's been a while, but you understand everything has to move with the spirit. So today, we want to motivate and encourage the people to continue to provoke the body of Christ to good works. And that is, you understand, focusing on our households and building within. Once again, if everyone is doing things in their household and working together, you understand, because it's a struggle. The devil is always trying to take apart the household. So that's your first ministry. So we want to try to focus on our children and those souls that are in that household, focus on the husband and the wife, and that's a strong foundation. So every time we come to those Sabbaths, every time we come to those feasts, if everyone's doing that collectively, we're building the kingdom of Christ. And eventually we can start to work and do business within. Okay, so today I have, go ahead and introduce you guys yourselves.
I'm Lorenzo, and this is my beautiful wife, Yolanda.
Okay, so Lorenzo and Yolanda, they sound a little nervous, but it's okay. We're gonna get them out of that very soon. So Lorenzo and Miss Yolanda, so what is the name of your beautiful company here?
We are Krazy Corn Gourmet Popcorn.
Okay. Why did you call it that?
Well, the main reason is because it's just that good.
Okay.
All right, got different flavors. Got different flavors. Everything is handcrafted by my beautiful wife here. And man, it's definitely worthwhile of getting it.
So what do you mean handcrafted?
Handcrafted. Take your time with it.
Yeah, okay.
Making sure that we get some of the best ingredients.
Okay.
Making sure that our game is above everybody else's game itself. Okay, so we look at other popcorn companies and we compare ourselves to them, and we want to make sure we're doing better, doing something different. And we supposed to do things in excellence. So right. that's what we do. So with this, it's just that type of product.
How would you explain what he in your mind handcrafted now? So we Judah just spoke, but the Judah gorilla spoke. So now let's let the daughter of Zion speak in your words as well.
Just like you said, it's all handcrafted. Is made with love. We get the best ingredients that we can. Okay. The popcorn is non-GMO, so we don't have to worry about that genetically modified popcorn out there. Gotcha. And the sugar, non-GMO. We just take our time. Every batch is made in small batches, and it's made the same way every time, so you can get that same good taste. So is this nice popcorn machine y'all use, or? Yes. Okay. This is it. So they not popping in the popcorn bags and pouring it out. No, not that that's a problem. You have to get it how you live it, right? But no, all jokes aside, man. I remember going to the movies, and eventually, I think down the line when you go through the malls and the movies, right? The movies had their popcorn, and then you would have this kind of popcorn, right? So I used to see rainbow popcorn. I used to see all these types of assorted popcorn. So when I came to the church, and I didn't know at first you guys sold this, I said, man, this is amazing for the people. I have to show this on G.O.C.C. Media, because one thing I like about it,
it's not one of those businesses, and it's no disrespect, because we can have as many soap businesses and herb businesses as we want, just like the Gentiles do. But I also like to see, you know, a creative mind to do something just a little bit different sometimes. And I don't see a lot of this. And so I actually, I adore that. I really like that. So you guys actually took the time out to come out with a lot of different flavors, I see. So you didn't just say, hey, we're gonna come out with one flavor, which was, it would be nothing wrong with that, because sometimes we have people who's the jacks of all trades and they don't master one. But I've tasted a few of them. You've given me a few samples, and I will say none of them failed. and I'm a cook. I'm from Louisiana. I'm a cook.
Okay.
And I feel like I got some golden taste buds. So can you tell us what inspired you guys to, I guess, I don't want to say do popcorn or maybe start a family business. What inspired you guys? First starting with you, Mr. Lorenzo.
Well, I mean, first thing is this here. We love popcorn, and also there's a popcorn company in Chicago. We're actually from Cleveland, Ohio. We've been here in Texas for over 10 years now.
Okay, so they are from Cleveland, Ohio. You know we're going there soon for the Passover, so
right.
Don't try to take the credit, Cleveland. Don't try. They down here in H-Town right now. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead.
So yeah, but we have a lot of family in Chicago, and there's a famous company there in Chicago that has been put on the map by Oprah.
Okay.
And it's not bad, but the thing about it is it was kind of expensive. They use certain products that I couldn't eat that much because they use coconut oil. I have a nut allergy.
Okay.
So my wife says, you know what? Let's start making the caramel ourselves. So instead of buying it, you getting sick, and basically, you know, ordering online, it can get very expensive. And sometimes we felt it wasn't worth it. So she started making it, and batch after batch after batch. It was, you know, getting better and better. You know, the first batch, it gets stuck in your teeth, like, oh man, you know, and then she perfected it.
Okay.
So, and we started with the caramel, because the caramel's made from scratch.
Gotcha.
You know, so,
y'all hear that? The caramel is made from scratch, because there's a lot of things in caramel out there to where you gonna have to hit the dentist the next day. Okay.
Right. So the caramel was made from scratch, and basically it just evolved from there. You know, and if you know anything about Chicago style popcorn, they have 3 different flavors. Okay, so if you go to the store, you got the big bucket.
Okay.
You have the cheese on one side, you have the butter on the other side, and you have the caramel on the other side. And you have dividers. So you take the divider out and you shake it, and that's your Chicago style popcorn.
Okay.
So what we ended up doing was we took it to the next level. Instead of doing that, we have the caramel, the cheese, and the butter all in one caramel.
Best of 3 worlds.
So that's our number one flavor is the cheesy caramel.
Okay.
So that's our number one flavor. And then, you know, being here in Texas like their heat, so we had to spice it up a little bit. So it's a spicy cheesy caramel. That's starting to ramp up quite a bit now.
Okay. So, sister, he spoke about, you know, you perfecting this. Do you feel like there were any challenges or anything that inspired you as you were going along to try to make this perfect popcorn? Because the people who tasted, everyone who's told me they tasted, I mean, no one said anything, you know, any flaws. So that's in your popcorn. It must be encompassed with the Holy Spirit, because you know you practice and you made it to what it is today. So what are some of the challenges that you probably have had, or what maybe inspired you to get it, you know, to this point?
It was just me working on it time after time, batch after batch, and I'm like, here, taste this. What you think? So with that caramel, like you said, the caramel was the first flavor that came about, and once I got that down, then that cheesy caramel came in. It took a while for me.
No. The professor.
Oh yeah,
The professor.
The professor.
The professor, which is the caramel pretzel drizzle chocolate.
You see how he make that sound? say it one more time.
The caramel pretzel drizzle chocolate.
He sound like he should be on a commercial. Drizzle chocolate. Right? I bet you the orders is coming through. You understand? They don't even know the website yet. So do you guys have a website, or how could they be able to purchase this from you guys?
Yeah.
Before we go back to the question.
You go to kkgpopcorn.com.
Okay.
And you can pick your flavors. They're all listed there. And you can order it. If you have questions, you can always call the number. And we have another number as well. So you're good to go.
Okay. So back to our question. What were some of the inspirations or the challenges to continue our question? Did we finish that off or no?
Well, just the whole beginning, like he said, we would go to different popcorn places and he couldn't eat them. He'll eat it, and then 2 minutes later, he's running off to the bathroom getting sick. So
So he's allergic to coconut oil.
Coconut oil,
or
peanuts.
peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah, I have nut allergy.
Yeah.
Well, which is good because, I mean, if you're going to have a company, you want to try to, balance that off because you don't know. Some people may just have exactly what you said. So that actually helped you guys. By default.
Right.
But go ahead.
That's how it all got started. With
Really?
me making the popcorn, I'm like, okay, I'm going to make something that you can eat and you're not going to get sick from it.
Right.
So that's
Alright.
how it all started, and just been making batch after batch and coming up with new ideas and like, what you think about this flavor? What you think about this combination? So
Y'all just took it to the next level, huh?
God.
So what would you guys say, is both of your favorite? Starting with you, what is your favorite out of all of the flavors that?
You know what? My number one favorite is going to be the caramel.
Caramel.
Just a regular caramel.
The one that was like the base you got
On
started
the base,
with,
right? So I have to make sure that when the popcorn is made, when you walk in the house and she's making a caramel from scratch, and the smell is hitting the nose, and they're like, oh man. So it's like, wow. So you gotta be careful. I'm like, oh man, okay, caramel's made. And I was like, can I have some? No, this is business. Okay. So she'll give me a kernel or two to ease me off, and then I'm
kernel or two. He's like, what's this?
So I'm going to my office, going in my bedroom, and let her finish up and everything else. But yeah, for me it's the caramel, because it's just that, man. It's not overly sweet, and because when you think about caramel, it's the idea where people's like, oh, I can get caramel anywhere,
right?
But this caramel is different. That's the one thing I like about it, And we, like I said, comparing other popcorn spots to this popcorn here, hands down, is superior.
That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. So, because if you don't believe in your own brand, your own product, who will? And I the great part about it is that, the journey of getting it here, it shows me how it's filled with the Holy Spirit. Because like I said, I've tasted it myself. I was pretty shocked, because I will say that honestly, and this is not, not promoting them, not even my first time tasting it. It's like, how Eve bit into the, you understand that fruit, you understand from the tree of good and evil, but this is on the opposite side. So when I taste it, I'm like, man, I've never tasted popcorn like this before. And I had to be honest. So I'm like, the quality behind it, and I was like, okay, they have something. So I wanted to get them, you understand, on the show since then. And let's ask my sister, Miss Yolanda, what is your favorite? Since you're behind everything, doing this, you know what you're putting in and all that, what would be your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
I think I would say I have two favorites.
Okay.
Which would be the cheesy caramel.
Okay.
And then the Nutty Professor.
The Nutty Professor. That's a beautiful name. Look, the camera guy like this. I was gonna ask you all earlier. I was like, is it the Nutty Professor? Because I'm like, that's a beautiful name, and it just so happens to be, right? So the Nutty Professor, what flavor is the Nutty Professor? I mean, what's embodied in that?
The Nutty Professor has caramel, pretzel, with chocolate drizzle, with peanuts inside.
Okay.
So it's like the Professor, but it's a little nutty with that peanut in there.
Okay. And the other one you said. So let's go through a few of these. Tell us about them, and or we can taste them as we go, or just a few you have out. What do you have out that we can taste?
They're all out.
They're all out.
They're all out.
Okay, so they're all out.
And you know what, Elder? So it's funny because of, I'm allergic to nuts,
Right.
And she still has the nut. It was knowing that I'm allergic to nuts, I know that, I was gonna be careful, right? So
Yes.
the idea is that she makes it different from different trays, to make sure that she's not cross-contaminating anything whatsoever.
Do you hear that? So that's important. I'm glad you highlighted that, because Israel is going to ask a lot of questions.
Right. Kind of.
For some reason, you can't make Israel perfectly happy. So Israel, I want you to know it's not cross-contaminated.
Right.
Okay. So, but anyway, that was beautiful.
And I try to make the Nutty Professor even on a separate day, so that
Okay.
way there's absolutely none. Yeah.
Okay, so those of you out there with nut allergies, or if you can't take coconut oil or whatever, but this is what I would say: if you feel like you have any type of allergies, before you order, he said that you can call to see, and I prefer you to do that so that you won't say, hey, this has it. No, just ask questions first, inquire. We receive counsel before we do anything. So ask. It's always good to ask first. Okay. So how we go about tasting some of these beautiful things here?
Well, you got the ones here. So now one of the main flavor, well, not the main flavor, but it's a unique flavor.
Okay.
It's actually the coffee.
Really?
The coffee caramel, yes. Yes.
Coffee caramel.
And that's right here.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and try that.
Wow. I'll tell you what. The perfection in it, listen, for me, it's perfect. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm very picky, and I don't mind voicing my opinion.
All praise.
But the crunch, it tastes so fresh and crisp and exotic and just amazing. Like, it's beautiful. Okay, so for the coffee, what inspired you to do that? I mean, when you say coffee, what type of coffee? I mean, just give us a little, on each popcorn, give us a little background on each one of these. So the coffee.
Just for the coffee itself. So the coffee, we actually, we big coffee drinkers.
Okay.
All right. And what we actually do is we actually take our coffee beans and grind them up ourselves. So we grind ourselves. So, but we also, organic coffee.
Right.
And so,
Right.
we want to make sure that we put in the best products in our body. So
Right.
the coffee, and once again, that's been perfected with the coffee. It's a sleeper. So because
that thing was hitting. I'm not gonna lie to you.
it's a sleeper. So people are like, what coffee? I don't know about that. But in reality,
That tastes like I was just at Starbucks. I mean, this tastes better than anything I've tasted at Starbucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty quality, guys. I mean, y'all did a pretty good job on that.
All praises.
Okay.
Now the next one. This is the flavor here. This is the Krazy cheesy caramel right here.
Okay.
So this is cheesy caramel. So that's the Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
The spin of Chicago, basically. So that's the cheese, the caramel, all in one bite.
This one here.
Yes, sir. You can go ahead and try it.
Let me try that out. Wow. What I'm most amazed about, it's not just the flavor. The popcorn just tastes so fresh once again. The one at the movies it has a different texture or something. This tastes pretty, I don't know, it tastes clean. It just tastes clean. It's almost like I'm eating a Cheeto popcorn.
Right.
But it just, wow. Right. So.
But it has the sweet, the savory, and with it itself. And then also, you know, you got to be careful because once again, and what we try to do is we try to once again perfect it, right? Because sometimes you have that the hull get stuck in your teeth, or you know, the dentist, whatnot. But we found a way where you don't have that much hull in the product itself. So it's
So y'all
easy.
went that far.
Come on.
Okay, see, you see, that's one thing about our people. It says Jacob is the former of all things. Man, I promise you guys, I am not exaggerating. The quality and the crisp and the freshness is just amazing. Cause you know, popcorn, it don't last that long, but I don't know. This is just wow, it's perfection.
You know, all praise. I mean, think about
It's like manna. It's like
you know, it's funny because we you know, we want to make sure we doing things the right way, right? So we found the bags, you know, to make sure they keep the freshness in there. So you know, we pretty much are doing by order itself. So we, you know, we want to make sure that whoever buys our product is getting the best of us.
Right.
So that's the thing about it, because you can go to the grocery store, you can go different places, Sam's Club or whatever, and get the popcorn, and it's just okay.
This is true.
It's just okay. Like, maybe I shouldn't have, you know. But with ours, it's totally different.
Well, the good thing about us, when we actually take our time and put our hands to it, because we like to eat. We like flavor. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I lived over in Europe, and me and my brother, we would go to Italian restaurants, like original Italian. The food was garnished beautiful. It looked beautiful. But when we sit down and eat it, we would be like, we had to be honest, it's no flavor. It was like, we put a touch of Judah on that thing.
Right, God.
And then it will be okay. But I had to say, it's overrated. It's not that it didn't taste good, but it didn't taste like, when you watch something like, I want to go to visit Italy, and it's like, this is what's going on.
Right.
I need to call my mama out here with some seasoning or something. What's going on? So it's great that our people are having the faith to try, you know, what the Most High has blessed them with, whatever gift. And it takes trial and error. It takes time. It takes diligence. It takes patience and ferventness to actually to make something like this. I have to say, not because this is my brother, my sister, that this is the best flavor popcorn that I have ever tasted in my life. And I am not exaggerating that. I could go to H-E-B and buy the one in the bag, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna stick to my teeth. It's like, oh, give me a too big wife, and this one, I just didn't get none of that. So I want to keep going and tasting some more, so we can have the people's mouth watering. You understand? So you guys can be getting your orders soon, because this is legit.
God.
So what do we have here?
So now you got this if you're a sweet tooth, this is you right here. The tuxedo twist, right there. So the
tuxedo twist, that's what it looks like.
So you got the tuxedo twist, you have the milk chocolate along with the white chocolate.
Okay.
You know, and once again, with the homemade caramel. You can't
Look, you heard how he said it? Homemade caramel.
So,
oh man, y'all need a commercial.
Oh, crazy fun.
Yeah.
So, you know, we got the process inside, but I mean, it's once again, it's you know, I like sweets, but I like for me, a little too sweet.
Right.
But for somebody else, it's perfect for them.
Got you. Because I mean, everyone has their own taste. I have a sweet tooth. I only have it at certain times though. I never know when it's gonna be.
Right.
But I tell my children, don't you go and take daddy ice cream up out of there. Don't you go and when I go in there, if it's taken, I'll be frustrated. So now I have my own little refrigerator. When we buy some grapes, I put my grapes in there. Y'all got your own grapes. You run out, don't touch mine.
God.
So this would be one of those things where I say, hey, I'm looking for that, what you call that? Tuxedo twist?
Tuxedo twist.
And then it better be up in my cabinet.
Right,
So, yeah, anything else about it before I taste it? Because you have pretzels in there, and you said you have white
and
black chocolate,
yeah,
right?
Milk
Dark
chocolate. Milk chocolate, yes sir, yes
Okay.
sir. And you go ahead and taste it. Again, you know, and once again, it's handcrafted, so very rarely you're gonna find a hull that's gonna get stuck in your tooth.
I don't know how y'all did that, but the Most High is with you guys, because every time I eat popcorn, I'm like, man, I don't like eating popcorn because I have to go back and get in my teeth. But every time I'm eating yours, I honestly don't have that problem.
All praises.
You know, and that's just the honest truth. So let me see which one. That's a little too much for me right there. So you know,
right on camera.
Let me see here. This is a good one. Boy, we're gonna have to start calling y'all Miss and Mrs. Willy Wonka. That's all right there.
You like that? All praises.
Man. Hey, that's delicious. That's delicious and vicious, far from fictitious. That is, let me tell you. All right.
Yeah. So.
Man, y'all got it going on.
All praises.
So what do we have here? What's that there?
That
Cocoa?
That is a cocoa pop.
Interesting.
That is a cocoa pop. So we call it cocoa pop. It is your caramel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually dipped in chocolate. So you got the caramel and chocolate together.
Okay.
So
y'all got the cameraman going crazy again.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you, the cameraman used to come in there. We have a cake. His size of his cake was about that big. You know.
Yeah. So that's a good flavor as well. You know, for your chocolate lovers. If you're a chocolate lover, that's you all day.
Okay.
That's you all day. If you're a chocolate lover, that's you all day. And once again, the caramel is not that sweet. It's enough sweetness. It's not overpowering.
I feel that as I'm tasting all of them. That's one thing I like is the Most High talks about just weights and just measures and just balances, and it's just balanced just right. So I'm gonna try this. I used to love to eat Cocoa Puffs. So let me see what we got here.
You got that one? All right.
Wow. Once again, very fresh and amazing. Very fresh and amazing, guys. The consistency of the quality is just amazing. So you make sure you get you 20 bags because you're gonna need them.
Oh, man.
You're gonna run through them. Daddy gonna need one, mama gonna need one, grandmama gonna need one, auntie gonna need one.
Right.
And the baby gonna need one because she gonna be up in your bag.
Right.
So what do we have here? Is that the caramel one you guys were talking about?
Yeah, this is regular caramel right there.
Okay.
That's my fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And man.
So this is where it all started here.
From right there.
Okay.
Gone. And then it just grew to what you see right now.
Right.
And we don't want to overdo all the flavors, but you know, because you can have so many popcorn companies, they got flavor after flavor after flavor, but it's no.
Yeah, you want to have quality over quantity.
Right.
And like I said, I'm loving the consistency.
God.
I'm tasting the consistency of every bite. Every bite that I'm tasting is I mean, it just tastes very fresh and crisp. I don't know, like
it's on point.
It's like it's made from another planet. Because you know we're in a capitalistic society, and so they're trying to push everything out always very fast. And I get it, but you know, it's no different than if you go to the farmer's market. We all shop at HEB, we shop at Whole Foods sometimes, but let's be honest. If you pull a strawberry off of you know, the mother plant, the mother vine, whatever you want to call it, and we taste it, it's gonna taste more different than the store, more juicy, more sweet. Right. So when you have something made with love, that's what you're gonna get out of it. So and the great part about it is that it's not a gimmick. It's not a gimmick. It's actually really. I would tell you, I'd be like, you know what? I don't like that one. This one can, you know, but it's consistent with everything. If someone came to me who I didn't know with all of these, I would say no. I don't have but they're not too sweet. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. Like for me, I don't have that much of a sweet tooth as I got older. Mm-hmm. I have one where I needed to be just right, and this is what I'm tasting. Right. And I would actually personally be able to eat all of these. Oh, pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and taste the foundation. Foundation. There you go. Right there. The foundation. This is the foundation. See that thing right there? This is This is where it all started. Right.
See?
It just melts in your mouth. It crumbles with.
Yeah.
It's almost like she jumped through a portal and dived inside of the popcorn, and she was messing with every little dust particle of it, because that's what it tastes when it crumbles in your mouth.
Yeah.
This caramel, it's not like, what's the one we used to eat when we were smaller? Cracker Jacks?
Cracker Jacks. Yeah.
Cracker Jacks, it would have your tooth jacked up.
Right.
But this one right here, it just, once again, tastes, it's just the quality behind it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when he says it melts in your mouth, that's why I like it. The caramel is one of my favorites because it melts in your mouth. You know, so that's the go-to for me. Now, can I eat all these? Yeah, I can, except for that Nutty Professor over there. But but all in all, I mean that's my go-to there. Now, the one that had Texas just going, it's a spicy cheesy.
Okay.
So it's the same thing as the cheesy here, but got a little bit of a kick, you know, just for that Texas in you.
Okay.
So
okay.
You can go ahead and try it out. That's over here, and that's for me.
So this is what you're talking about here. This is called what again?
The spicy cheesy caramel.
Spicy cheesy caramel. Did I taste? This one's different from that one, huh?
Which one? That's Nutty Professor.
Oh, so I thought I tasted Nutty Professor. Oh my goodness.
So you see?
Listen, I got the golden little ticket to Willy Walker's Chunky Chocolate Factory today. See? We gonna wow. It almost looked like some good old. We can't eat that no more, some crackling, but we could make it from chicken skins. It's beautiful. Wow, y'all flavor it very, very well.
God, all praise, yeah.
Y'all match the flavors very well. Sometimes, you know, it's almost like somebody can try to make a song and they keep adding too much to the song. Or sometimes someone's trying to make a picture, they keep adding too much to the picture. You know, but when you have the perfection, that means you took your time and you really, you know, sat there and tried to master it. So I feel like this one has the perfect kick. It's not like, oh my goodness, I gotta go get some water. It's like the perfect.
Right. Exactly.
It's the perfect kick, and that's what it's about.
Right.
So this one once again, tell us about this one once again. It has the cheese. It's very similar. You said it has a cheese and just a little
cheese,
spice.
the caramel, and then we just give it a little kick.
What type of kick have you given so the people can know? Their interest. You don't have to give them all your secret ingredients, but what type of kick? If they were allergic to a certain spice or something like that, it ain't no black pepper, huh?
No, ain't no black pepper. ain't no black pepper.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If you're a spicy person, this is for you, but it's not too much. Some people like to eat and show off that they can eat spicy, but next thing you know, they in their office somewhere trying to relieve themselves. So that's not what type of spice this is. This is like, you can enjoy it.
Yeah, you can enjoy it.
You don't want to be.
And what we're finding out now is that, from the popcorn that we sell, a lot of people buy it for themselves, and their wife said, "No, I'm not sharing with my wife," or my wife said, "I'm not sharing with my husband." They want their own, so they being a little stingy. So
it's that good though.
Yeah,
it's honestly that good. Like I can see couples right now. Like, yeah, this is mine. This is yours, right?
Right.
And then you got the baby trying to stick her hand in there. You leave to go to the restroom and get something to drink. Before you know it, that thing is down to a quarter.
Right.
So,
yeah, we had that story before too.
Really?
Yeah, we had that story in Cleveland.
Oh my goodness. So far I've tasted coffee, tuxedo twist,
cheesy caramel, cocoa pop.
Yep. And we tasted the original foundation of this whole situation, the OG of it, Krazy caramel. Now, why'd you call it crazy? Because it make people go crazy, or what?
Man, yeah, it make you go crazy.
There you go.
Yeah, it makes you go crazy.
It's very marketable. So I love that it's called Krazy corn. So the last but not least, because I'm coming in here so fresh, I'm going to be tasting the Nutty Professor. The Nutty Professor. I really thought I actually messed up. It was supposed to be a tuxedo, but I tasted it. Tuxedo was supposed to be last, but it's okay. I'm gonna taste the Nutty Professor. Okay. And you can go ahead and watch the Nutty Professor while eating your Nutty Professor. They're like, yo, this corny. All right, so once again, this one is embodied with what? This is peanuts, chocolate, and your caramel. Is there anything else?
And the pretzels.
Gotcha.
And the pretzels.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Well, that's a big one there. Hold up, I just ate, so. All right.
There you go.
Y'all see that? Look at that thing. Look at that now. Hold up.
See?
Oh yeah. That tastes that's amazing. So guys, let me finish my chewing. Once again, we have here Brother Lorenzo, Sister Yolanda, and I got a smile on my face. It tastes so good. So make sure you get yours. And where can they find this at again, please?
Once again, you can go to kkgpopcorn.com. kkgpopcorn.com.
Don't miss the letters. It is KKG.
Popcorn.com. Right there behind us. Bam.
Anything you guys want to say before we close it out?
Man, you know, all praises. This has been exciting just to be here. For us, it took time to actually do what we supposed to be doing here.
Right.
You know, and man, we just really appreciate, the luxury of having this, and the people who have bought this.
Right.
Is continue to come back. And so we that tells us something. We haven't had anybody like, no, I ain't like this. Everybody who has had this is ordering more. Everybody was surprised,
right,
to actually taste something and be like, you know what, let me get another bag of that. You
right.
know, they thought it was gonna be the caramel. They thought the caramel would be over too sweet. They sleep on the coffee.
Let me get one more of them coffees. Don't you sleep on this coffee. This coffee it's amazing. I promise you, it is. I was shocked. It is amazing. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, I mean that's about it. I mean, I appreciate, like I said,
that coffee is probably one of my favorites.
See,
it's amazing. I don't know. It's just different.
It's different. It is. But the thing about it is this: it's made with love.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's made. We cook in our household.
I listen. I know.
So
I can tell. Listen, everyone is not lacking any flavor.
Right.
The scriptures tell us, and let me take my hat off for the Pharisees real quick, because it's a short one. But the scriptures tell us that the Most High does not want His sacrifice to be lacking any salt, or flavor, and this is, full of flavor, man.
God.
So.
Yep. Honey, you got anything to say?
I think you said it all.
Man,
listen, this
a mouthful, huh?
This sister she said everything with action. And let me tell you, she don't the scriptures tell us about a quiet, silent woman, but she's showing her voice through her works, through the Holy Spirit, letting the Holy Spirit. Let me tell you, I don't know if I'm going to be able to ever buy popcorn from anybody else. So when my kids ever want popcorn for movie night, y'all know how busy I am. So I really never get to take time out to see how great this was. But
God.
Boy,
all praise.
It's amazing.
Definitely appreciate it. I mean, but like I said, it's a lot of love, making sure it takes time. It's a family event.
Right.
We have 2 girls. They're helping out as well.
Yeah.
So they're part of the team.
And they should be, because this is how it was in the past. If a man was a carpenter, his son would be learning under him. If this mother was a person who made a seamstress, she would teach her daughter. And it's about your first ministry, as I always say, is the family business. If you guys passed and your children got older, they can continue. I can only imagine if this was in a little mall shop, you would have a lot of haters. You understand? You have a lot of haters because they would taste that thing and be like, they trying to find your recipe.
Right.
Yeah, they trying to tie you up somewhere trying to find your recipe.
Right.
You know? We you know, and then the next thing you know, they be trying to be the face of your stuff, talking about we can make for you what you know. No, we can't. We don't need you to make for us. We have it. Okay? And that's no disrespect, but let us finally, you understand, build our little kingdom. All right, we done bought your things enough, and we still buy it sometimes, but you can't mimic the Most High stuff.
No.
I just want you to know that. This is just amazing. Words can't express how amazing this popcorn is. And I know you guys will be like, let me see what Elder's talking about. And when you order, you're going to see what I'm talking about, that you know your Elder, whatever he speak is all the way true. I didn't know that this popcorn was going to be this good. The popcorn he already gave to me was that good, but I hadn't tasted all of it. And I said, wow, this is more amazing than I thought.
All praises, yes.
So, Brother Lorenzo, Sister Yolanda, finally we got to do the interview, and I'm very happy to have you guys as guests on G.O.C.C. Media today.
Yes, sir.
And we pray that you all put that order in. Let's go.
God.
Let's go.
God.
Peace and blessings to you all. Enjoy your time and the rest of your day with your families. We're out on G.O.C.C. Media. Peace and blessings. And I'm Elder Rawchaa. Man. That was a great interview. Brother Lorenzo and his wife Yolanda. Oh, man. So amazing. Guys, I was not just doing an interview there. I promise you, the popcorn literally just disintegrated in my mouth like it was just manna. I mean, you guys have to figure it out yourself. Listen, I'm not trying to be a selling point or anything. Listen, you guys really need to taste this yourself. Let me tell you, everybody right now who's watching should be ordering them a bag if you like popcorn, because you went to the Gentiles to order the popcorn when you go to the movies. You have to, and you know you got some Hebrew. It wasn't like that. Yes, it is. If you say that, you are a hater. So, you know, that's not what this is about. We are supporting the work, but I am telling you, as a cook, as a man who's tasted food around the world, that this is some great and good popcorn. So anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to G.O.C.C. Media. We can't wait to see you guys next week. And we're going to be talking about some farming and other different things that we may have. Peace and blessings to you guys and your families. Make sure you subscribe and don't forget to hit that like button. And yeah, it's going down just like that.
The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, you're invited.